Salam. Hi dear friends. Today we are going to explain how to use Quran statistic program. There are a couple of statistic programs to do count for Quran in the world, but we use Barnamej Ihsa Quran statistic program that is designed by an engineer from Algeria. His name is Mr. Hamadi Mohammed, and we are thanking him from here because their efforts are very valuable for us. With this program, Alhamdulillah, we have discovered tons of miracles. And there are some friends who don't know Arabic. The program is Arabic and they don't know Arabic, but they want to make the counts by themselves. They want to be 100% sure that the results that we present are realistic, and there is no any manipulation. So we just wanted to make a video about how to use this Arabic Quran statistic program so that even a person who doesn't know Arabic could be able to use and be able to count whenever he wants. So in this video, we are going to explain most important count methods that are exist in this program. For instance, letter count, word count, from beginning of chapter or from the end of chapter, from beginning of verse or from the end of verse, from beginning of Quran or from the end of Quran. So the most important count methods that we use in our search algorithms. So we are going to present how to use these features in this program. And for details, the ones who want to dig into, they can do more research, but we are going to present only most important research methods. And inshallah, after this video, anyone who doesn't know even Arabic can use this program efficiently, and he can be sure about the result that we present. Okay, let's pass to explanations and visualizations of this program.
Okay friends, firstly we would like to show from which website this program can be downloaded. To do so, when we write Barnamej Ihsa'ul Quran, which means Quran statistic program, so this orientates us to the sites of a scholar called Abdul Daim El-Kahil. He is the leader of this, he's a leader who orientated people to design this program. Okay, this is his site, and if you have time, I also would suggest you to visit his website because there are many miracles that are presented in multiple languages. Okay, in this section here, the link that you see, the zip file, if you click this, it will automatically download, and then after the download process you can extract the files, and then you can start to open the program. So we won't show the download and extraction process because no need for this, everyone can do this. We will directly start from opening of program. Okay, we already have this. Our file is this, is 2023 version. Okay dear friends, when we open the program, such a screen appears, and in this video we will only show the most important features of this program for beginners so that their mind will not get complex. Okay, here the most important section in this program is this section that is called Bayanat. Bayanat means is data or information. So whenever you choose any section, when you just click this section of that is called Bayanat, okay, here as you see there are multiple sections. When you click this section Bayanat, you can see, for instance, the order of verse from the end of Quran, and there are some other features, but we'll only show the most important ones. But before passing that one, also we would like to give some information about the format of the program. Okay, this is the most right up section, Al-Rasm Al-Osmani, which means the script of Mus'haf, the script of Quran. When you click here, there are multiple options. Here the first one is without Hamza, and this is without diacritics mark. Okay, and the second one, the third one is with Hamza, and this one is with Hamza without diacritics mark. Just to show you, for instance, here this is, as you can see, the verses without Hamza. But when you pass this, this is the font that was used in the time of Prophet ﷺ or after him in some Arabic countries. Okay, this is the original font without diacritic marks. But because we always include Hamza in our counts, so we must choose this, the fourth section, Resmul Osmani, which means the script of Uthmani. And this script includes Hamza. For instance, to give an example, as you can see, for instance, the difference of this is that there are some Hamzas, and Hamza is an important letter because it exists in the pronunciation. For instance, when I write, here is the search section, friends. When you write something here, all the results appear here. When I write here Sama, for instance, as you can see, the word Sama'un or Sama'in أو كصيب من السماء. Here, at the end of the word, as you can see, the sound I, من السماء. If we don't write Hamza, this sound disappears. So, because the Hamza already exists in the pronunciation, we always count this in our counts as a method. Okay, so as a result, I can tell you that in the most right upper section, you have to choose the fourth section, الرسم العثماني من دون تشكيل, which means the script of Osmani without diacritic marks. Okay, we choose this. And we also, as assumption, we must choose these options. This is the number of the words of Quran, 77,432. Okay, the same script with some grammatical rules. Some scholars count it as 77,407 words or 77,436 words. This doesn't, the text is not changing. The text is the same text, but only with some grammatical rules. Some scholars count with this number, some others this. But the standard form is this. If we use the word file count format, the script that is reached to our hand, if we check it and just use the count method of Word program, Microsoft Word program, for instance, how does it count? When there is a space between any two sections, it counts a new word. So with this method, when we count all the Quran, the standard is this, 77,432. So we must choose this. In the upper section, we should choose the fourth one, and here we should choose 77,432. Okay, there is also this last section, İdafetul Besmele ila bidayeti suvar. This means add Besmele to beginning of all verses, but we don't choose this because Besmeles, their numbers are counted as 0. Okay, so we don't count them as new verses. Normally they are verses, but their number is 0, so we don't click this. So after giving this important information, now we can pass to the Beyanat section, which is which means data or information. For instance, I would like to choose any section, and then I want to give you the features of this from this Beyanat section. For instance, let's say I want to count number of letter or words from beginning of verse until the word Sama. For instance, from beginning to this portion. Now, as you see here, 4 kalimat means 4 words, and this is 14 ahruf, which means 14 letters. Or we can come to Beyanat section. As you can see here, al-kalimat means number of words, it is 4, and al-huruf means number of letters, it is 14. So any section you want to choose, it will automatically give you how many words, how many letters. As you see, how many words, how many letters, automatically it appears. So these two are most important sections for us, for a specific section of words or text. Okay, and let's say we want to determine the order of a specific word inside Quran, inside chapter and inside the verse. How do we do this? For instance, I just click this, al-maut. Okay. Now, when I come down, I see رقم آخر كلمة محدد, which means last word that is chosen. And here رقم آخر حرف محدد, last letter that is chosen. Okay, these two headlines are very important, the most important ones for us. Okay, now let's begin with word section. Last word that is chosen. This is al-mushaf, means the order of these words inside the mushaf, from the beginning of mushaf. And al-aks means from the opposite direction. So from the end of Quran, this word's order is this. Okay, and here the order of this word inside the surah, as-surah, which means chapter. The order of this word inside the chapter. And here al-aks means the order of this word from the end of the chapter. And here the al-ayah, ayah means the verse. So the order of the word inside the verse. And al-aks means the order of the word from the end of the verse. So we used 6 sections. This one from the beginning and from the end of Quran, from the beginning and from the end of chapter, from the beginning and from the end of verse. So these 6 sections are important, and just the same, but instead of word, rather letter count. It is this section. So for instance, the last chosen letter is this. Okay, when I come this section, رقم آخر حرف محدد, which means last chosen letter. The order of this letter in mushaf, al-mushaf. So the order of this letter inside the Quran from the beginning of Quran is this. And al-aks means from the end of Quran. Okay, the last chosen letter, the order of this letter from the end of Quran is this number. So same logic, the last chosen letter order inside the surah, which means al-chapter, the chapter is this. And al-aks means the order of this chosen letter from the end of the chapter. And lastly this, the chosen letter order inside the verse. And al-aks means the order of this letter from the end of the verse. So totally, here 6 sections are important for letter count. And here is also 6 sections are important. Totally 12 sections. Almost all our research are based on these 12 sections. I mean, for a beginner, these 12 sections are completely enough. Okay. So this was Bayanat section. Normally there are some other features also, but I don't want to make mixture of everything. But just to give some small other details. For instance, here there are F5, F4, F3, F6, etc. Here F4 is important. F4, when you click this, all the chapters are ordered. For instance, as you see, this is the first chapter, Al-Baqarah, Al-Fatiha, and this is Al-Baqarah. So when you go down, scroll down, you can see all the chapter Al-Baqarah. When you click here, the 3rd chapter, okay, do you see the 3rd chapter? This is the chapter Ali Imran. So you can scroll down and you can choose any specific word and you can click Bayanat, and then you can see the order of this. Okay, رقم آخر كلمة محدد, the order of this word, the last chosen word inside the Quran, from the beginning of Quran, from the end of Quran. Okay, from the beginning of chapter, from the end of chapter. Okay, last chosen letter is this. Last chosen letter is this. From the beginning of Quran, from the end of Quran. From beginning of chapter, from the end of chapter. So these are the order of these letters or words. Okay. So this F4 section was to choose any specific chapter that you want. Or you can click F3, and this is Ardul Ayat, which means presentation of verses. So here, from verse number 1 to verse number 6236, from verse number 1 to verse number 6236, you can go by scrolling down. Okay. Now I'm in chapter Al-Baqarah, verse number 4, and then I go like this. So if you scroll down, for example, here, chapter 9, Tawbah, verse number 93. So the verse appears here in this section. So you can click any word and you can click Bayanat, and then you can see the order of anything that you want, from the beginning of Mus'haf or from the end, from the beginning of chapter or from the end, from the beginning of verse or from the end. So this was word count section, and this is letter count section. Okay, so this is F4 is presenting all the chapters chapter by chapter, and this F3 section is Ardul Ayat, is presenting verse by verse. Okay, and Ardul Kelimat is presenting the whole Quran word by word. But in generally we don't use this, because in majority of our research we don't need to use this method. But just to give an information, I wanted to mention this. And here there is a section called Ihsa'ul Juzur. It counts the root of the words, but for now we don't need. But just to give an example, okay, I want to just show the word Layl means the night. Okay, when you click Ihsa'ul Juzur, this section, when you write here Layl, so all the words that include this root is appearing, as you see. So as you see, Layla. Layla is a form of Layl, which means the night. So as you see, when you scroll down, all the forms are appearing. So someone who wants to use this root resource section, he can use this. Okay, now we can return to preceding assumed position. What else we can show? For instance, this section, Al-Farz Bayna Kalimatain fil Mushaf. This is the count between any specific words. For instance, let's say I just wanted to choose a word, this word, and I just click here. This is the order of the word. And then I go to a specific verse, that I want. Okay, let's say it is this verse, and I choose this word. And when I click here, and here, when you click ihsa means count. So when you count, it gives you number of words between these two specified words. And this number of, this number of words, this number of words and this number of letters. These two sections are important for us. Number of words and number of letters between two specific words, okay, that we chosen. So this was such a section. What else we can show? Okay, just to remind here, Rasm al-Osmani, we must choose the fourth one, and number of words we must choose this one, and this one we shouldn't click. If we click, it will also present Basmala, for instance. As you can see, when I reach to the end of any section or chapter, as you see, this is the chapter Al-Bayyinah, so it started with Al-Basmala. But normally, if we don't click that section, okay, if you don't click this, it doesn't put Basmala. And in Quranic research, we must not include Basmala counts, because Basmala are ayah, verses, but their number is 0. So this is the standard method that we use for counting. And there are some sections here, but for now I don't want to mix the mind of people so much. So for now, I think anyone who watched this video, I would like him to just make some practices, and he should improve himself in this Bayanat section. Okay, for example, this Bayanat section, this specified word, this specified verse, this is the order of this verse from the beginning of Quran, and this is the order of this verse from the end of Quran. So these two are also important. The other options, no need to check them so much. So in general, friends, these are the counting methods that we use. Okay, there are some other features also in the program, but maybe in future we can do videos for them. For now, we just would like from friends to do some practices and just to see the results that we presented in the group. They can just practice some of them, and inshallah in maybe 2 weeks they will be able to use the program efficiently. Okay, thank you for listening. For today it's enough. Salam.